It was a real whirlwind. I enjoyed it so much. Hi.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
Sorry, we just kissed on camera, and I liked it.
This is Jennifer Lawrence, and as you can see, she is beautiful, she's talented, but most importantly, she is real, man. She's got absolutely no filter, which is why we love her.
Have fun and don't say the F word. I can't say the F word, right?
But sometimes you can take that realness too far, which is why today we're gonna talk about when keeping it real goes wrong. So here's the thing, I really like Jennifer Lawrence. She's got like a really lovable character. The reason why she became famous is because even as she was like her 名气越来越大, she's meeting all these big famous people and 真的很粉丝.
Matt Damon is mine. This is not a drill. This is not a drill.
She's just like us, like regular people. You can even see it real clearly, like the first time she won her Academy Award and she's up there on stage and like all these people are asking her questions. She's like,
what was the process of getting ready? How many people helped you? Very happy for you.
I'm just cross-eyed.
So as you can see, most actors, they were asked like this question, like what is your process? They give like this 4-minute answer about how they spend time in the mountains wearing a brown burlap sack and try to get into character. But she's like,
well, what was the process? I don't know. I just woke up and tried on the dress and it fit, thank God. And I took a shower and...
It's unreal, eh?
Yeah.
And that's part of her charm. That's why we like her. And during the period whenever Wang Yo were becoming 越来越重要, like people fell in love with this character because they were so used to Hollywood presenting these fake people who were just saying exactly what they needed to say, going on the script. And Jennifer Lawrence was completely off script. And the cool thing is, like, she's a Southern girl. She's from the South Side, from Kentucky. And you would see her like out in interviews and out in public. And sometimes she'd be drunk, like when you see her at the Golden Globes and she's climbing over a seat with a glass of wine in her hand, or when she's actually going to accept her award and she falls up the stairs. Who falls up the stairs? Or even when she actually admitted that like she has her own alter ego character when she gets drunk, whenever she drinks rum.
I think my girlfriends probably named her Gail, and it's a very specific drunk too.
Now, the more and more famous she became and the more and more money they started to pay her, this no filter, keeping it real thing started to go wrong. And it actually started whenever her co-workers kind of complained about how she likes to eat.
She just wants lunch. That girl just wants to eat.
I'm hungry. What about lunch?
And
Speed.
lunch.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I've been on set before and like, because they complain about her forgetting her lines all the time. The thing is, like, if you're not on full stomach, it's almost impossible to perform your job to the best of your
而且
ability.
很多人没有吃饭会很生气啊。
真的会啊. They call it hangry in
我也
English.
会啊。
Yeah, sometimes you get hangry, but you still need to perform your job professionally because there are other people in the crew who are hungry too, and they had to be there before you were and had to leave after you leave. So this is when the internet started to backlash against Jennifer Lawrence. And at this point, it was more like, I guess they have the gun on their holster, but they haven't pulled it out yet. And this incident made them want to pull their gun out and say, freeze!
We were filming in Hawaii, and there were sacred rocks. Oh my God, they were so good for butt itching.
I know that's kind of funny, it's kind of real, right? Because she's being like, 就是很
其实我也会啊。
But the thing is, these things are like cursed.
不能讲出来啊。
There's some things you shouldn't tell people. And look at Home Dude's face. Look at Chris Pratt's face. He's like, oh, no, 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 no.
没有 filter 就是这样子。
You gotta be careful with that filter. Sometimes 戴滤镜比较安全。
现在每个女生都有滤镜啊。
Yeah. It's already kind of in the Wei Shen territory, but then she's about to reveal something that causes the ultimate backlash.
Butt scratch and I ended up coming loose. There was a giant boulder and it rolled down this mountain and almost killed our sound guy.
So it's at this moment she knew 他应该要戴 filter 了。After this incident, the internet erupted and memed her with the whitest story ever told. The whole narrative was like this white woman went to an indigenous people's ground, 不尊重人家, and made a joke out of ha 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 ha, and she actually injured someone. She thinks, it's no big deal, I'm getting paid millions of dollars, right? And the worst thing is like she was filming Hunger Games during this.
你知道在台湾这叫白目，所以也是算是最白的故事。
超白的故事。That's what called 白目啊。
对啊。
And this, my friends, is why having a filter is super important. Because when you go online on social media or visiting different websites, you need protection because you never know who's out there trying to mess you up, son. Which is why you need Surfshark VPN. Because with Surfshark VPN, not only can you filter yourself to protect your privacy, but you can also unfilter your internet, seeing different types of TV shows like Netflix's original movie starring Jennifer Lawrence, Don't Look Up, which is the most unfiltered, no woke, no PC movie ever, yo. In addition to that, you can watch different TV shows in different countries that may not be accessible to you in your original country. But with Surfshark VPN, the whole world is yours. And if you sign up now, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, dog. Not only that, but if you go right in the description down below and enter in the promo code SONA420, you can get 3 months for free, son. So sign up now for Surfshark, the only filter you want and the only filter Jennifer Lawrence needs. So after this, the keeping it real starts to go into a keeping it rude. Now, I still like Jennifer Lawrence. People say the wrong thing at the wrong time. People make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. And the thing is, she's still a lovable character and a great actress.
Not just like Rachel Ziegler.
Yeah. And a lot of this keeping it rude comes from the fact that she most commonly has a drink in her hand when she's her alter ego that we talked about, Gail.
Always turn into this masculine alter ego that like jumps into shark-ridden waters just to make my friends laugh.
So with this alcohol-fueled rudeness, it starts to show its ugly head at a press conference when a non-English speaker asks her a very innocent question.
How do you see yourself for the
You can't live your whole life behind your phone, bro. You can't do that. You gotta live in the now.
Sorry.
So she tells him to pull his phone down, but the thing is like, A, 这个不是他的母语. So he's got to make sure he's speaking in a language that's not his, and he wants to make sure he actually gets it right. B, you're a huge successful actress. You might be a hardcore fan. He might be super nervous to actually talk to you, dog. Also, you look really, really good, and that can make any dude really nervous,
而且
right?
你都没有笑，
I'd say it's not only rude, but it makes the person who's asking the question feel even 更紧张，
没有可能是他没有吃饱。
Maybe.
How do you see yourself for the Oscar night? How was
We're at the
working?
Golden Globes. If you put your phone down, you know that.
And you see how she held that last bit, like, 她真的很不爽. He's just trying to see, he's like, hey, you won this one, so are you expecting you'll win the next one? Do you have any feelings? So after this, in the comments of this video and online, people started to talk that Jennifer Lawrence is keeping it real is becoming not only keeping it rude, but we're becoming like keeping distance from Jennifer Lawrence, actually.
Rachel Ziegler 的球。
Close. And I think this is maybe where Rachel Zegler got her training from, because at this time she may be like 十几岁. She's like, oh, 原来如此的。
要没有礼貌才会红哦。
Weird.
And the thing is the people who actually put her in that position in the first place, her fans, the people who admire her, she had something really crazy to say about how she treats them whenever they ask for autographs and pictures.
Well, I just generally, once I enter a public place, I become incredibly rude. I turn into a huge asshole. Like, see somebody walking towards my table, just go, or like, can I have a selfie? And I'm like, no.
So as you can see, 她好像都她的粉丝是不要烦我. Now maybe she's joking. I mean, she is talking to a comedian in this context. But then the next story she told a few years later makes me think that she is 100% real about this attitude, yo.
I got in a bar fight. We were at a bar. I was drunk. Which is rare.
As you can see, as she's telling this story, not only was she drunk, but she's having a glass of wine while she's telling this story. And it's very clear she knows that she was like out of control at that moment. But how bad could it get really?
This guy asked me for a selfie, and I was like, no, thank you, no. And then he was like, please, my girlfriend will never believe you.
So at this point, I mean, we know she don't really like to take photos of people, right? But at this time, she's drunk. Maybe she don't want to look bad on camera because you put that in the internet, you can't delete it, right? Her eyes will be all cross-eyed like in that last picture. So I can understand. So far, it's not too bad.
And then he goes, yeah, you. And I like grabbed him, and I took beers, and I started dousing them all over him. I started pouring beers all over his suitcase.
Yo, I get it. My man told you to go F off, and you got upset. You want to defend your friend. Obviously, you're entitled to your personal time. You're a human being. Right. But to assault him with beer, it sounds weird, a beer assault? Assault with a drunken weapon. To attack somebody because they said something you don't like, and the fact that you are a celebrity, dude, that is some serious consequences, yo. Yeah. And the thing is, in the comments of this video, someone actually called this out, and a lot of people agreed. 这个太过分. So this is a turning point, because in this next interview, she lays it out clear that not only is it she that doesn't like herself, but other people don't like her either, dog. very clearly she is dealing with some issues. One of those is very clearly alcohol, right? But the thing is, we can't judge. Everyone's got their own demons they gotta fight. And the thing is, she still shows up to work, and she still makes that money, and she still makes other people money, so she's still doing good. But she decides to chill for a couple of years. Also took some time to become a mom and have some kids. Then she comes back with a completely redone new image.
It was incredible to not be around toxic masculinity, to get a little break from it, and we would always, it did always just kind of make us laugh about how we are, women shouldn't be in roles like this because we're just so emotional. I mean, I've worked with Bryan Singer. I've seen emotional.
Yo, so she starts saying the buzz feminist woke words is toxic masculinity. And she's talking about our old dude, Bryan Singer, who's the director of the X-Men films, and he got in a lot of trouble with underage boys. But I thought toxic masculinity was only for straight people, yo. But the thing is on that 2-year break, apparently she did some healing with some Simone de Beauvoir and maybe a little bit of Jada Pinkett Smith. Because now she's coming with a full woke lingo. This new image, people, me included, are kind of like, bro?
You better be 你还是 drunk 好了。
Yeah, go back to drunk, yo, you better be careful. So then just 1 week later, she's at an interview, and the interviewer asked her about how the Hunger Games actually came to be. Homegirl makes the ultimate mistake, dog.
Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. Girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
So as you can see, Homegirl is on a full prescription of woke pills, dog. And the internet came at her hard. They were like, yo, have you seen Aliens? Have you seen Tomb Raider? Have you seen all these movies where there were female leads and actually made tons of money, yo? So as you can see, Homegirl is a completely different person.
Weird.
I kind of like whenever she was a little bit more unfiltered. She had the wine or the beer in her hand. She was one of the guys. She made a few mistakes, but they were forgivable mistakes. At least she wasn't 去攻击人. But now she's like super woke, dude. It's like, hey, I know that people say the best cure for a hangover is a cup of coffee, but let me tell you, stick with the alcohol. Stay drunk. Don't go woke.